not quite that tall. Oh, that's better. And Gossamer had red hair and one blue eye and one green eye. And he had freckles all over him, everywhere. On his face, too. And he had a dog named George. Quiet, George. Now, Gossamer was born right beside a chicken farm, which had quite an effect on him, for when he first learned to talk, he said, yeah, well, later on, he learned to talk a little better, and could say, my name is Gossamer Wump. Yes, well, we shouldn't laugh at Gossamer, for he was really a musical genius. He didn't know what kind of instrument he wanted to play, however, until one day he was watching a big parade coming down the street. And Gossamer looked at all the musical instruments and made up his mind. He didn't like drums drumming, or trumpets trumpeting, or piccolos pickling, or slide tromboning. All Gossamer wanted to play was the triangle. Now, a triangle is really just a piece of metal shaped like a triangle. And when you hit it with a little hammer, it sounds like this. So, Gossamer decided to become a famous triangle player. The next day, his mother made him 27 peanut butter sandwiches and packed them in his suitcase with a good sweater and a clean shirt. And she put in his dog named George, too. Quiet, George. So Gossamer took his suitcase with his sandwiches and his dog in it and went off to study triangle playing at the famous music school of Professor Cutty-Nutty-Dump. On the way, he was very happy and was reciting a little poem he'd made up. Jingle, jangle, jangle, I'll soon learn to play a triangle. Jingle, jangle, jangle. Yes, well, it wasn't a really good poem, but Gossamer liked it because it rhymed and because he made it up himself. When he got to music school, he turned out to be a very good student. At first, he could only play the triangle like this. But after studying for only 6 years, he learned to play it like this. Professor Cutty-Nutty-Dump was amazed at his progress. But after 10 years, Gossamer had to leave. He'd used up all of his peanut butter sandwiches. And he was so hungry that he lost 97 pounds. Which was pretty surprising when he only weighed 70 pounds to begin with. So he went to look for a job. First he got one playing his triangle with a dance band led by a man named Gaylord Gout. Gossamer did fine until one day as he was playing a difficult piece, Gossamer suddenly missed the triangle with his little hammer, and, well, let's just say he hit Gaylord Gout on top of the head. It sounded so good that Gossamer played the whole number on Gaylord Gout's head. The only trouble was it gave Gaylord Gout such an awful headache in the head. And so he said to Gossamer, "Gossamer, here's your triangle, now beat it." So Gossamer beat it. But Gossamer wasn't discouraged, and he decided to go to the big city. On the way, he sang another poem like this. Jingle, jangle, jangle, I'm going to the big city and get a job there playing my triangle. A jingle, jangle, jangle. Yes, well, this wasn't as good as the other poem, but Gossamer liked it because he made it up himself. When he got to the big city, as soon as he got to the big city, he decided to go see the famous symphony orchestra conductor, Stanislav Hadnut. And when he played his triangle for him, he said, "Brava! Bravissimo! Hooray! Ganzundaita! Velikers and the hot dog!" Also, Jim Dandy, my boy, meet mine symphony orchestra. You will play, yes? And Gossamer said, gee whiz! So the night was set for Gossamer's big concert with the symphony orchestra. The theater was filled with people as the curtain went up. Everyone quieted down, and a voice said,
"Introducing Gossamer Wump."
So Gossamer stepped out into the stage, but a terrible thing happened. He had been so excited that he forgot to put on his belt. And when Gossamer took his hands out of his pockets to play his triangle, his pants fell down. So he pulled them up and hit his triangle. And his pants fell down again. So he pulled them up again and hit his triangle again. This kept going on, and the concert sounded like this. A woman in the audience couldn't hold it back any longer, and she laughed. And then a big fat man laughed. And then a tall, skinny man laughed. And then a little boy laughed. And pretty soon, everyone was laughing. street, and for blocks and blocks until he couldn't hear the laughter anymore. He was so sad, he was almost ready to cry. When suddenly, someone tapped him on the shoulder. It was a very important man who didn't know Gossamer at all. But he thought his triangle playing was so good that he offered him a wonderful job. Today, Gossamer is a big success. You've probably heard him playing his triangle lots of times, because you know what he's doing now? When you're playing around your house in the afternoon and hear the ice cream truck coming, that's Gossamer. It's a wonderful job because Gossamer gets all the ice cream bars he can eat. And it just goes to show that even if things don't always go right at first, you can be a big success if you just keep triangling. Oh, poor George! We forgot to take him out of the suitcase.